Hello everybody and welcome back to Forever and Ever the Killie Fans podcast. It's season 4, it's episode number 17. My name's Paul Montgomery and I'm joined here in Limelight Studios by my co-host and friend Callum Michael Scott, and we've got another episode full of all things ongoing in the world of Kilmarnock FC, the greatest football team the world has ever seen. How's it going, Killie Cal?
Certainly no after Saturday.
What are you talking about, mate? Stop being such a
pessimist.
A hothead.
I know, hothead reaction. Pessimist. But we'll delve right into it in the next hour or so.
Aye, loads and loads to talk about. Everybody, obviously, there's been 2 games to review. It was Aberdeen midweek and then Falkirk at the weekend. We've got Celtic coming up on Sunday and all, we'll touch on that. And then a wee bit of a break for some international soccer, which might be coming at quite a nice time, but we'll get through all that. We've got your questions on the X, of which there are plenty. We've got all roads lead to Killie. Has Alan sent his gripe in?
He has, aye.
I've not got access to the...
Oh, have you deleted the socials?
Aye, I've taken a social detox for a week. It's been great.
What's been the motivation for that?
Just spending too much time on my phone, and I'm so glad after the Killie stuff, I know, because I would be feeling even worse, I think, if I'd been on Twitter too. Because the forums have been bad enough.
Gunnar Vance will feel better then, because I think he sent you a wee post and tagged your personal thing in it.
Right.
You've obviously not seen that.
No, I've not been. Well,
so I think he was drinking the nitrosurgery.
Oh, I did see that one, because I activated it the day so I can see the questions.
Aye.
But I've not been on, so I've had a wee detox, mate. But aye, so, well, right, you need to redo Alan's thing, or you can hand me the phone.
Aye, probably hand you the phone.
Hand me the phone to redo Alan's thing. Aye, and we've got a wee special sponsor tonight for All Roads Lead to Killie and all.
Indeed we do.
Which we'll talk about. We got an email too for the Nav that we'll read out.
I've still not actually read it properly yet, so I'm looking forward to it, because I wasn't sure whether you wanted to bring that up here or on the Patreon, so we're as well plugging the Patreon as well for what's happening this week now.
Exactly, so the Patreon this week, generally if you're a member of the Patreon, you'll know what we do is we kind of do season deep dives, or we'll do a specific on a player or a player interview or a top 10 or whatever. But I think with the past few days there seems to be quite a bit of kind of turbulence, I would describe it as, so we're just going to do a wee update on the current sort of situation, quarter way through the season, how's the Ket doing, all the different things that have happened over the past few days, and we've got loads and loads of questions on that. So if you want to hear a wee bit more on the current state of affairs, jump out to the Patreon. It's a £5 a month, gets you into the draw, gets you a wee go early sale for the live show tickets, KillieCon and all that, and also you get an extra podcast a week, so it's pure bargain, man.
It is, and especially the later you join, the more value you get.
Because you're now getting 60 odd episodes.
Exactly.
Thanks to everybody that's been there since day one.
Aye, thank you very much. Well, they are getting that. They get praise every week, and they will be getting that again in about another hour or so.
Aye, right, so that's enough praise. We'll get back to being miserable.
Aye.
Right, so let's take this chronologically, shall we? So
I'd say just brush over the Aberdeen thing, to be honest.
Aye.
Because I mean, actually, kin that way, I almost forgot that we had to even speak about that, because it seems like such a long time ago now.
Right, so 1-0 defeat. Any
rotten. Aye, really bad. I thought
we played really well, mate, and like quite lucky. The Aberdeen were quite lucky, man.
Well, that's it. According
most shots, most possession, most corners. So don't know.
Nah, no for me.
No for me. They were absolutely terrible, mate. And this is apparently one of the worst Aberdeen teams ever.
There was in the big thing, and again this will be the repeated theme when we come on to Falkirk. The Aberdeen thing, the second half we were better, I suppose. Couldn't get much worse in the first half. I thought first half Aberdeen looked like they had miles more quality than we did. Whenever they did go forward,
Aye.
They looked dangerous.
The guy in the left looked alright.
He looked really good, and I thought Armstrong in that looked decent in that. Palaversa in the middle of the park, and this is the point that Aberdeen are fishing in that we can't afford. You know what I mean? So we're well aware of that. But even speaking to my mate that was an Aberdeen fan that was at the game post match, like the reason that we came on to as much as Aberdeen deliberately sat back, which the Aberdeen fans couldn't believe that they were doing, because their defence is woeful, by the way, and we still obviously never properly broke it down. I know we missed a couple of chances, but fact of the matter is that second half pressure essentially came from Aberdeen deciding to try and do a number on us, and they actually did in the end up.
Aye, and I think we're doing a good job of skimming past this here, getting into the pure minutiae yet. And I get we had a couple of chances, but it wasn't like we carved them open. It was scrambles in the box. Mate, I don't think you get any pat in the back for pumping balls into the box and the odd one breaking to a Killie player. So no, I didn't think we were up to much at all on the Wednesday. But where I'm at, and I said this on the record, Aberdeen, and I know folk are like, it's the worst Aberdeen, still miles better than us in my opinion, and will prove to be so over the season. Hearts, Hibs, Celtic and Rangers, abandon hope, mate, abandon ship, because they're on a different level to us now, and if we can pick up 4 or 5 points after the game's over the season, I think we'll be doing alright. So I wasn't too worried about Aberdeen, even though I thought we were quite poor. What I was worried about was Saturday, Falkirk. So you were up at the game. I watched it with our man in Amsterdam, Stevie Donachie, which was the only thing that stopped me from being really upset because I had such a wonderful time with him.
If you weren't with Stevie Donachie, would you have downloaded Twitter
I'd have been straight onto Twitter, mate. I straight onto my burner account. I mean, it's difficult, mate, to pluck any kind of positive. Second half slightly different, but again, game's gone, man.
I'm not having it, man. Honestly.
Game's gone, innit? It's like a well done. The Falkirk have packed up, mate. They're away. They're like cruised it.
Exactly what I said in the forums, because I was like, I can't believe what I was reading off some folk that were like, I were a lot better second half because the game's by.
Doing 3-0
at Falkirk in 40 minutes, man.
Aye.
They've, as you said, man, their work is done. They can sit and put their feet up for the next 45 minutes, and they evidently did. Again, the one bright spark was Tyrese John Jules.
Yes,
I thought looked the part, looked good, and he looked lively, looked good with both feet, and he's definitely somebody that I'm excited to see going forward. But the second half performance, it makes no difference to me whatsoever.
No,
because the game was by.
Clutching at straws, that's what that is. And it was the same, I thought, with some of the going back to the Aberdeen game, some of the kind of refereeing stuff. It was like, wasn't he offside, and that the one the Dackers goes down, and I seen folks saying, I thought it could have been a penalty and all like that. Again, Killie bias, I would have preferred it to be a penalty, but I'm like, I just don't want penalties getting given for that. That guy, he's no control of the ball. He's just heading it and hoping that guy clatters it. He doesn't really clatter into him. There's a weak slight coming together, and Dackers is lying in the ground before you know it. So
how dare you do that? We should just be partisan and blame the rest for it.
No, they're not going to drag me down.
Exactly, but that's the one thing that I don't give us credit very often, but I think we're always good at that. We never come on here and actually, like, we're dead fair. I didn't think it was a penalty. See, in the ground I was shouting for it because of the way I was other end and it looked like it was, but you see it back, it goes, no chance, man.
It wasn't for me. But anyway, I thought clutching at straws, and then again similar on Saturday, clutching at straws. I've seen folks saying Tiffany did alright, and I thought he did. Definitely John Jules, I would say for me he's got to be the start. He's got to start on Sunday. But other than that, mate, just and to be fair to Kettlewell, he came out and he was quite forthright about that up front. Apologised to the support, which was welcome, and said that performance isn't good enough. And listen, there's a theme developing here, and the whole rhetoric now has run about what kind of job's Kettlewell doing, how's this all going to unfold. But bottom line, injuries have really damaged us. So what? You can't be doing 3-0 to newly promoted Falkirk. It's just, it just can't happen. We've need divine right to go up there and win, and we've need divine right there to go up and even get a point. But to capitulate like that, it's about as, I've heard a few folks say it, it's about as bad as I've ever seen.
Honestly, that's in the risky, blown out of proportion, but that's exactly what I said after the game, and it really did remind me, and I've seen a few references to this in the KillieFC.com forums, but it was very much like Gretna, like that horrible night back in 2008, it would have been 07, 08, and again, not to the same extreme with all the stuff that was going on in the background with the club at that point, fans kind of fighting with each other, well, no, physically arguing with each other in the stands and that, but I Falkirk was as bad as I've seen, and evidently personified through the fact that the 2020 bus left at half time. And this isn't a case of how many times I've been on here, went to Parkhead with the boys, thought, we're doing 2-0 after 20 minutes, let's go to the boozer. That's a full supporters bus, left at half time, conjured up the kids and that were on the bus as well to be like, just want to stay, just want to go, even the Waynes were like, let's go. And the full bus left back down the road, no away at the pub, away back down the road. I've never seen that in my life, supporting Killie.
It was something.
It just falls into everything they know, like folk are fed up, man. And I don't mean fed up with Kettle. There's just something weird going on with the club now, and folk are checking out, I think.
I think so.
And that's not me saying that 2020 boys like say again that's there every week. I don't mean that with them personally. I mean just in general. That's
a symptom of.
Exactly.
Of course, mate.
Folk are fed up.
They boys will all be back up on Sunday. No, be many. How many do you think we take to Parkhead on Sunday?
Honestly, is absolutely kills me. I actually can't blame Emden for no going. We've been on here and done the rallying calls time and time again, but I think you're lucky if there's 100 there. And I'll be one of them, unfortunately.
You're gonna go?
I just
yes!
I'm just like if
more.
Me and Fraz are going up.
Fraz take the flag.
Well, asked him if he was taking the flag, but he said, mate, he goes, the flag doesn't go to Parkhead or Ibrox because he doesn't want to take it down before half time. So
right,
goes,
right.
That's fair, but could you imagine me? I had to go and set it up with him, man.
Aye, that would be really good. That would be good for cross-party relations.
Aye,
mate.
it would be. It would be.
Sounds for you. Olive leaf it, mate.
I know.
Olive branch.
Olive branch, aye.
Aye, right, anyway, so we're going to Celtic in a second. But aye, the performance, the first half, dreadful. Like really, really, really poor.
Did you see that graphic the BBC done?
No, I never watched the highlight. I've got the air syndrome with that. I can't watch the highlights.
So it was a case of, I think somebody put it in the forums and that as well. It was floating about half time anyway, and they done like a graphic in play, Killie's average shape, positions per player in the first half.
Right.
And I'll show you a fair. Honestly, I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Aye.
The bodies are everywhere.
Right.
And that's that was tracked every single player's average position through that. So you can't see what the shape is. You can't see who's supposed to be playing where. You've basically got Stanger and Lions playing one in front of each other. It's an absolute mess.
Aye, well, that was born out watching the game without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, I think Kettlewell's obviously been kind of stuck to this 3-5-2 for a number of months now. Kinda went with someone else for a bit on Saturday, then it changed. But there's just so many alarm bells ringing, man, when you look across the starting 11 for me. We've spoke up Rory McKenzie to the Coos come home and I as well. And if anybody, I've seen the word loyalty getting thrown about, people deserve loyalty. If anybody deserves loyalty and deserves the cushion of a bad performance or a bad decision, it's Rory McKenzie, right, for what he's done at the club. He deserves. But the bottom line is this: if you're bringing in Rory, right, in nearly 2026 to try to galvanise things, that isn't Rory McKenzie's role at Commander Football Club, mate. It's never been his role. It wasn't his role when he was peaking as a football player 3 or 4 years ago. It's certainly not going to be the role now. And then you're looking at I mean, Lyons ends up playing centre half. The goalkeeper doesn't look good enough. Palman hangs out. No threat going the other way. Dackers is struggling. Dees is getting pelters now. It's just all round, man. Like no ticks, mate. Like nothing they could put other than John Jones come on, who I thought looked busy and scored a really nice goal. It was just really bad, man. And I don't think there's any other way of dressing it up.
Honestly, I couldn't believe what I was watching, man. Because as much as I was kind of doom and gloom over the kind of performances at Ibrox and at home to Aberdeen, I was like, I fancied this to go up and probably get something on Saturday, and I was like, I was thinking, I don't know whether I would take a point in that smart, because we were on here last week saying we need to win one of the 2 games. Aye. And after you beat for Aberdeen, that's where your next one's going to come for. And then just, as you said, complete and utter capitulation first half. And again, to credit Falkirk, night and day, man, to what we were doing. Movement. Simple as that. Movement. Players moving off the ball. Mm-hmm. We played the entire game facing our own goal, man. Mm-hmm. Facing our own goal and hoping for things to come off. Falkirk, the 3 behind the striker, interchanging, moving all about the place. Midfield, the minute they dropped the shoulder and get rid of one guy, 20-30 yards of space opened up, playing balls inside the wing backs, full backs, whatever we ended up playing on Saturday. And it was a real low point. It
was bad to me. Look, and I said this to Stevie at the time, and I don't know if I maybe said it on the group chat with the boys, but it looked to me like you're watching a Scottish Cup game, and it's Falkirk against Cove Rangers or something like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that first half, I don't think that. The second half, it was again. To me, it's finished, but you can see, these teams are a wee bit closer. But that first 45 minutes, because of things like that, mate, because we just didn't look like we were at the same level as them, either in fitness terms, organisation terms, quality terms, pace term. Just looked like a level below them. Do you know what I mean? No, like, oh God, they're having a great game and we're terrible. Just looked like, what are we doing? So it was a real bad one. But again, I think the credit comes to the manager for coming out and he fronted up.
He did,
and he said, and I went, so when I heard that interview, I went, well, certain bits of the interview I wasn't quite as keen on, but I thought, right, well, fair enough, because he's obviously taken that one sayre, rightly so, and acknowledges the supporters. So we're in a sticky spot, mate. And then you've got Celtic on Sunday, who are rejuvenated, obviously, under wee Martin in his tracksuit. Did you see what I said about that? Martin O'Neill with that tracksuit on Sunday?
No.
I was like, that is so the tracksuit that a grandpa wears when he's like getting on a flight, like got to Santa Ponsa. Like, I was like, that is 7 a.m. Prestwick Airport, pint with your breakfast tracksuit. You can actually see him unwrapping it on Christmas morning. Do you know what I mean?
That's it, and he's never got to half.
Oh, that's cracking. I love it. Oh, that's great. And his daughter being like, oh, you can be that to the airport, Dad. I would love to travel in. Do you know, I think that's exactly what it was like. Grandpa got to Santa Ponsa.
Aye, absolutely.
So the Santa Ponsa Trackie's coming again on Sunday. What do you...
There's a fod name sorted.
What do you do on Sunday, right? To go up there, because I don't think with the international break coming up, we can absorb a 5-0 defeat.
No.
I think you've got to go up there and make it horrible and get bloody noses and come down the road with a 2-0 defeat that at least you've showed a bit. What do we do on Sunday?
I honestly don't know.
Who's going to be in goals?
Well, that's the next thing, man. You know what I mean? Who has got to be in nets? This mental situation that we found ourselves in, and I didn't even think about it until last week. I was on here last week saying that I thought Beach should have played against Aberdeen for his own good, right? But what I didn't even take into consideration, I'll shout out to Greg Hodgson, who I met both in Saturday and at the Aberdeen game last week. He goes, Cal, he'll come in, but then the boy for Celtic will need to get dropped, because he can't play against Celtic. So he called that 10 days in advance before MD even thought about it. And I goes, you're right, I just thought Beach should play because that's just a signal now that you're not good enough now, man.
Where does all this lead the boy?
This is now
it's
left.
Public pursuit of an air goalie.
It's awful, man.
And now this guy's sitting there, and it's going to be like the last person to get picked for social dancing, man. You'll need to do right. Great, he's going to have a great game now, man.
It's
get
terrible,
the gloves locked out, mate. You're picked.
It looks like Dell's got to do us a favour, but
you think so?
Nah, well, they offered us the 4th choice goalie.
Good guy, Dell.
But it would make sense, wouldn't it, to actually get the likes of Gordon in.
I get quite excited about that.
Aye, and it'd be funny to just say that he played once for Killie. But it's actually in Hearts' best interest, I know. Because we play Celtic, we're going to get beat. There's no doubt about that, I'm going, but we're going to get beat, and I hope this gets clipped back up next week and we come back down the road with a positive result. But to go there, and Gordon needs to play, I feel, because he's been drafted in as the first choice goalie for Scotland, I know, man. Wes Clark wants to maybe try and call up Eddie Beach.
Well, he's Welsh, I think, isn't he? So we don't know as it stands who'll be in goals, because is it Olosan? What's it? I feel terrible. I don't even know the guy's name. Toby, the goalkeeper. Can he play?
All I was saying. Aye. Sorry. I made that worse there.
That's 2 points.
Try to salvage
it. Go by it and you bring back. You get. We'll try again. So he obviously can't play. Eddie Beach, clearly the manager doesn't think is good enough, and then that's about it. So who's in genuinely who plays in goals? It'll end up being Beach in goals. That's what I think.
No, I think they will get an emergency loan in.
Do you?
Aye. And that's no any inside info. I just think that it's that desperate now that they've got to.
Right, and then what do you do in front of the goalkeeper?
Is Mail back or what?
Well, let's say he is.
Aye, well, he's going to play.
Right.
Fact, 100%.
So Mail comes in.
And he always tends to do okay against Maeda.
Aye.
So, one of the few in the country that can kind of deal with him at times. I don't know, man. Honestly.
Try Williams.
I probably bring him back in. I know he was getting. I was on here calling for him to play. I thought his pedigree looked good. Got a bit of stick for Aberdeen. He was very safe, conservative at the back. I would say he wasn't too keen on playing forward, but he'll not need to worry too much about that. And Sunday, if he gets drafted in, can just defend first and foremost. So they'll need to go back to the 3 centre halves anyway, because we've not got the players to play any other formation anyway. That's what I was saying last week. I would sick and tired of seeing 3 at the back with teams across the country, to be honest. I just don't think many teams can actually play it. Scottish football, if you're solid back 4, 3 in the middle or 4-4-2, it tends to work more often than not. You need width. But anyway, I would just have to do that. I would go Mayo, Dees and Williams.
Aye, takes Danger out.
But then there'd be a big argument for saying should Stanger play instead of Dees, which I get. But I just think that Dees is more experienced.
I think Stanger stays in for his physicality, because we don't look like a big team.
Nah, you're right.
Either. So I think I would prefer Dees to Stanger personally, but I think Danger. That's maybe a better name for him. Danger.
but then what does that say? Again, in which you should, because the whole argument last year was obviously he'll kind of get dropped because he's captain and that. But then you've went and ditched the goalie, and then the vice captain's now. But that's fair, innit? Like if he's should carry the can for some of that, I don't know.
So right, this has gone well. We don't know who's in goals. We don't know who's playing the back three. He'll play Thompson at left, and Brown will play at the right. The midfield will be Watson, Lyons, and Polworth.
Yeah, Polworth will be back in for Parkhead. He's one of the best midfielders in the league, to be fair.
And up front, he'll go with Dackers and John Jules.
Aye. That's aye. Really looking forward to it, man.
What are we on the coupon?
Pass. Genuinely don't even know, man. We must be about 40 to 1.
We'll be 12 to 1 or something stupid like that.
No, it'll be higher than 12 to 1.
It'll be 12 or 13. We're only 1,000 to 1 to win the league.
Are we?
Aye. By the way.
That's what.
Hearts are 64.
To win the league? What's Celtic?
46.
Rules reversed.
Rangers 12 to 1 still.
41's an exaggeration, evidently. I would say we're at least 20s, man. At least 20s.
Aye, so it's tough. Right, mate, so that's the situation we're in. Trying hard not to panic. The injuries are horrific, right?
Yeah,
you've got to say that, and that's not. I don't think there's anything Kettlewell can do about the situation with Stryek, which is evidently completely spooked the full defensive setup, right? Which again is maybe an issue to talk about further down the line. Kennedy was injured already, who would play. Daniels was an option who would be playing a lot. Whether he's starting, I don't know. Mail's been out. Brandon's been out. McGuinness just isn't fit. It's a shame, isn't fit. The boy Thompson for Queen's Park. Don't know what's happening there. Again, you can't blame Ket for that one.
Lowry.
He
looked alright when he came on, but again, that's
looks tidy, man. I quite like him as a player, but again, so I mean,
or does he start?
But I just can't see us having loads and loads of the ball. We don't have loads of the ball anyway. 39% possession, second lowest in the league.
I read that the BBC article.
So I think you've got to go with Dackers and John Jules up front for a bit of power, and they can hopefully hold it up and get Watson involved. And you're just hitting hope, man, on Sunday and hoping. And again, I'm trying my best not to be defeatist. I just think you need to be realistic about the situation you're in. And I would be delighted to go up there and get beat 2-0 and show a bit, stay in the game to an hour. Do you know what I mean? And be like, right, because I feel like, see if we go up there and we're doing 3-0 after 15 minutes, which by the way can happen to a good Killie team, as we've seen. This is going to fester, mate, over this international break. And then you've got this game against Motherwell at home. And there's obviously needle between Motherwell and Kettlewell. And I worry a wee bit now about folk turning on the players ever so slightly. You're just seeing wee bits certain players getting it. We'll go to the X and people are getting fed up with performances and stuff like that. And that's what you don't want, because that's when things really start to break down. So I really, really hope, mate, obviously a draw would be incredible, a win would be unthinkable, but I'm like, just get down the road with your pride intact and steady the ship slightly.
Aye, we need a reaction. Ken, and reaction doesn't mean we need to go and win. It's Parkhead. We've won literally twice in our history there. You know what I mean? So it's all about performance. If we go up there and, as you said, yeah, again, a good Killie team, can be doing 3-0 after 15-20 minutes at Parkhead, but just go and give something, man. Like, show that there's something to work on when we come back for that international break and we really get going for Motherwell. That's
looming large, I think, that Motherwell game already.
Got to be huge, but again, we'll maybe talk more about that in the Patreon.
Okay. Most important question though, what strip will we wear?
Yeah, don't know, the kind of purpley one or whatever.
I'd like to see the half and half.
What's that?
Half red, half blue.
Alright. Aye, well, probably will be.
Aye.
I don't know, you caught me off guard there with overthought, as if there was a kit clash or something.
No, I'm just interested in which one we'll present on, because I thought there was a clash on Saturday.
Aye, it was bizarre again. It wasn't like as if it was like, it just, the way I described it was, it wasn't easy on the eye.
No, it wasn't easy on the eye.
It wasn't easy on the eye.
But like a performance.
Aye, but like us, I know. But you could definitely tell between.
Speak for yourself.
Who was who. You get what I mean? But it just didn't look good.
Aye, all the good players were Falkirk and all the ones were. No, listen, is what it is. I can only speak personally, right? I'm no in this boat to sack the manager and start again. I don't think that helps. But there's it's started, mate. Go to the KillieFC.com forums, mate. Read it. Go to Twitter. Know that I've been on it, but I can imagine Facebook groups. I mean, don't
You're really exposing yourself with this burner account, man.
Exactly. But that's it, mate. The stuff's come. The questions we've got. This uncertainty about the manager and how things are going to unfold is there, and that's maybe unfair on the manager, right?
It is, but
this is what happens when you hire a manager that 92% of the support weren't in favour of your hiring. There is no credit in the bank, mate. The foundations are so shaky, and the only manager I can kind of compare it to, although it wasn't as quite as a negative, was see when Mixu got the job, and we spoke about this, right? Thought what about left field? Where's that, right? To me, Mixu was a higher standard of manager than Kettlewell when he got the post, right? But folks stuck with it because you could see the style changing. And then that big result happened at Hearts.
Killie
Wayne. And then the ball rolls, right? Feels like it's gone the other way now. Kettlewell, first few weeks and months, it was like, right, we're seeing something here. And ever since, I would say probably, I thought we were alright against Celtic.
Mm-hmm.
Good against Dundee United and St Mirren.
Oh, that's the two good results. But that's it. Like again, conscious of time and all the questions that we're going to have. But this is like, man, when folk were saying, "Oh, we've had a brilliant start." See the amount of folk I spoke to the day up in Edinburgh, like that I work with. Oh, Ken, you fell off a bit of a cliff in that. I was like, but we started to see it was bang average to start the season for us, man. Let's see if we come at the traps and we beat Livy, we beat Dundee. And can we go to that point at house, which we did? Like, you're thinking, right, here we go, man. Drawing it home to Livy and Dundee is like below par,
and that's when you had everybody fit.
Exactly, and that's below par for me. And then we got we got a great performance. No, we had the Celtic game before the. Sorry. So then we played well against Celtic, stung with a last minute penalty. Out the cup to St Mirren, thinking, right, this could easily go south now. And then we get a brilliant back-to-back performances and results at Tannadice and then St Mirren at home.
Tannadice especially I thought was really, really good that day.
We were excellent, definitely the performance of the season thus far. And then everything was built up to that Hearts game, they turned us over, but Hearts are turning ever did. Beat Celtic, all that, credit to them. And then again, it's just, we went to Rangers, man. I thought we were awful. And then Aberdeen in inevitably what happened at the weekend at Falkirk, which is definitely the low point of the season so far. But again, I just thought it was perspective. I was sick of being on here being like, Ken, that's in isolation, but it depends what you're wanting, man. Again, as you said last week, is it a good thing now, or is it just turned that you're like, is it a realisation now for folk that you're like, we've budgeted for 10th, man, and this is what we're getting served up. So you either suck it up and get it, or do you think we can do better? Like that's it. Because, and I'm with you with that. We're like, that's what the appointment Kettlewell was. It was a bottom six manager. You know what I mean? And I mean that.
And if we're prepared to be a bottom six club, I don't have a big issue with that, mate. I genuinely don't. I just think this was going to happen as soon as we had a wee sticky spell, right? This was a bit because the depth of feeling when he got announced. It was like it wasn't going to, and that's maybe no fair, but it's football. Football isn't fair, mate. It's no real life. That's what I said a few weeks ago talking about McInnes and all that. It's no real life, man. And we're not talking about guys like whatever happened with Motherwell and Kettlewell, personal abuse and all that stuff. That's beyond the pale, mate. I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested in football. And when Kettlewell got appointed, it was underwhelming, right? Let's be kind and say it was underwhelming. And then I think people were maybe ever so slightly pleasantly surprised. I'll speak for myself, right? I thought, all right, okay. And now it's gone back to probably a wee bit closer to what I was expecting. It's maybe somewhere in the middle, man. But my concern is how long does it all go on for? Because you've got Motherwell, Celtic's. I'm just writing it.
Yeah, it's a right off. Maybe
that's right.
Unless we get absolutely beasted in Sunday,
you can't get beat Stephen nothing, right?
And then you're like, right, but Celtic's a right off. Go, as we've said, man, go and put a performance in, shake hands and 2-0 or whatever. Like, genuinely, like, Ken, folk will be content with that. And then it's Motherwell and Dundee United at home, back to back, and you come out of them with 1 point, and you're like, how? Well, that sounds into 13-14 games of the season. And then who's the next games? Hearts, Rangers and Aberdeen.
Well, there you go. That's why they games. You need 4 points, bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
You are in the shit big time, because now you're into December, and it's this is what I mean. I get it. You've got to give him time, and he's been unlucky with these injuries. I totally get it. But like, eventually, I'll not say that if we get relegated. He was very unlucky with injuries. It was too late, mate. You're away to Palmerston next year, or whatever it's going to be. Again, it's too bad. So they've got to arrest the decline, and it's got to happen on Sunday. They need a performance, man. And if they're playing for the manager, they've got to show it. And I don't need a win. I don't need a draw. I don't even need it to be close. But you just got to see something for them. And I hope they get a response. I hope Kettlewell gets a response with them. I think he will.
And I hope that and I don't even mean myself in this, I mean the other Hunter fans or whatever that go get that. They're the ones that have been following them daft for years, particularly with this away record. And again, the guys that are there all the time, man. All the guys that you've seen on Saturday as well, Kit. I mean, it's just David Hanna's, Higgies, Barry Davis, Greg Hodgson, all these guys that are there following Killie all the time through thick and thin, man. And they deserve a performance.
Aye. Right, okay then. Let's go out to the Twitter, man. Let's get happy. Andy T gets in touch. This is a nice thing to say, actually. Given the state of the football, I'd like to give a shout out to Andy's Man Club that meet on Monday night at 9 PM at Nucleus in Onthank. Welcome for any men over the age of 18 to discuss your mental health. Very important.
That is very important.
Especially at this time of year, man.
Alright, well, I thought you were going to say especially with the firm Killie.
Well, that
a great time to bring it up. But no, absolutely, we echo that, and it was a great initiative to shout out there.
Aye, so they're all over the country just now, so it's Cupton Road and Kilmarnock. So if you're maybe somebody who is feeling a wee bit ropey or whatever, just pop in. Plenty of folk there that will know exactly how you're feeling and have got a listening ear, man, so don't be shy about that type of thing. David Hanna, any book recommendations for me to take to Parkhead to provide a diversion from the game?
Alan Agnew reply to my
is he? Let me see. Goalkeeping for beginners. Stepney by Stepney Guide. That's a Graham Moore. I must know.
Oh, because you're known and he'll be private. I just said War and Peace.
War and Peace. What would you suggest as a book?
Shortest History of Europe.
Shortest History of Europe.
One of the only books I've read that you gave me.
Brilliant read though, innit?
I've still got it.
Tremendous. I've got Shortest History of the Soviet Union for you next.
Aye.
Also very good.
I'm trying to read that. I was reading Al Pacino's book in the summer there, but I've got sidetracked.
Right.
And then I read Andy McLaren and Lee Clark's book in prep for
Did you?
the live shows last year, 2 years ago.
Cracking, mate.
Aye, so any of them.
Pat Nevin's book's good. I know you read that.
I've combination of read and audioed it.
Aye, okay.
I'm a big audiobook man.
Limmy's autobiography, funniest audiobook in history.
Aye.
Hilarious.
Stick the headphones in and listen to that.
My favourite book of all time, The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger.
So it is.
On the Road by Jack Kerouac. Your brother gave me that. I read that too.
Well, Matthew obviously. Aye.
Right, let's keep moving. Thomas Samson, aka Samo.
So Sam on Saturday, I know he's on R1 in that bracket.
No question, but want to highlight the cost difference in away ticket prices this week compared to last. Falkirk away, 1 adult, 2 kids, £35. Fine. Celtic away, 1 adult, 2 kids, under 13, £72. This rises to 86 if the kids are 13 to 16.
That's like insane, like when you consider that. But the one thing that I will say is, and know that because this needs to be across the board, because we charge Celtic and Rangers that, I know. So like it needs to be clubs, and especially I think particularly as well like away tickets, like in England they do like the price cap. Like I'm not talking about energy prices there, by the way, in case you're getting paranoid there. But and doing that because it's so much money, man. It's like ridiculously so much money.
Absurd, crazy. The real Boydie gets in touch. Hi mate. I've always wanted to know which of you does the majority of the running of the socials. Some of the post-match tweets scream Monty and some scream Cal. Is it shared or the one you run the X?
You take the Twitter more so.
Aye.
I do like the corporate side of it. Sap it.
Aye, you do, and you're doing a great job with all the wee clips and all that. That's good. I met Tiger last night, B&M. Hello, Tiger. And he's a recent convert to the podcast because the wee clips were coming up now when he's working away in the guitars. He just fires it on.
Perfect.
So that's all I like to hear.
I wasn't able to clip any for last week. Too busy. But I'll do it for this week.
Too busy no reading Al Pacino's book. Get sidetracked making wee clips for the podcast. No, it's across the socials. Obviously, it's joint. Probably,
but like opinion wise,
I do opinion pieces.
You're very much,
and you do all the drumming up of the supporting the energy and all that.
Aye.
Happy birthday to my mate Ross Dobson and all. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, Ross.
And Aaron's 2 favourite sons. Him and Archie
McNichol.
Happy birthday, mate. Right, Killie View podcast gets in touch and says these next 6 games will make or break our season. Where do you see the points coming from? This will be the acid test for Ketz and his team to show the true character. As a collective, I'm behind Ketz for now, but I am a bit worried, and that's for Martin.
Fair.
Aye, 6 games. So Celtic, Motherwell, Dundee United,
and then the 3 I said.
Rangers, Hearts, Aberdeen. So you've got to get points for basically.
But then you're even talking like that, you're thinking 4 points for 6 games.
Aye,
when you've no won.
Isn't it great
5.
either?
Well, 4. Got soon to be 5 potentially.
Graham Johnston. A rotten run. I keep expecting a reaction when we're getting worse game to game. Ket is incapable of setting us up properly at the minute. Each game he's got a reaction at half time, but it's been too late. What are some of the worst runs you remember us going on?
Had a horrible one, Alex Dyer into Tommy Wright, didn't we?
Oh God.
Was that 7 defeats?
Aye, that was minging, wasn't it?
And we get relegated off the back of that, so.
Tells you. The one I really remember was when I thought Jeffries was going to get sacked.
And you went to
and I went up to St Johnstone and we won because I was like, this is Jeffries' last game, and then we won.
And then you didn't go on the bus for your career.
And then I never got on the bus day, but
Liam Caddis
saved the day. Thank you, sir. Mikey Kenmure gets in touch. Is it too early for Ket out? I feel for this season now. I have no faith in Ket's. It feels like the start of a Hochen run, one that he's had previously. Players aren't blameless in this either. They can't play well for only 45 minutes. Injuries aren't helping, but it fair fucks your weekend.
Again, you done well to cover that. Well, again, we kept well sacking him, I know.
Aye.
But the fact of the matter is that, and again, this is what we're saying, it's no fair, but isn't it fair? But I just do not, and this is, well, maybe hang me out there, putting my head above the
careful.
But I just don't see him being the man just coming into the season. Like, I just think but again, rightly or wrongly, I just mean, like, if this is the reaction they know, unless we really and that's what I'm saying, I don't think that is fair, but I just think that already, like, that's
soccer.
I know, but I just think that's
you know what I heard about Ket? I heard that he's hard.
Oh, with the interview done.
I just heard for somebody that we both know who knows somebody else that knows him. It was like he's a hard guy. Aye. So that might work in my favour, I think. You think?
It sounded like you were threatening me there.
If I'm getting hard and I know him and he's going to go down and batter you. But no, I can't.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I think that's right, by the way. I just think that again, I'm as well being honest, I'm not lying to myself. I just can't see him being the man just coming in this season.
Oh, that's
one way or
controversial.
another. I know it is.
You're very unpopular, mate, with some people.
I'm already unpopular.
Well,
so
that's true, mate. Speaking of somebody who's the opposite of unpopular, it's the very popular and very gorgeous Gunnar Vance. Why are we so pish at the basics? That was so embarrassing on Saturday. It was hilarious. Kettlewell's put his faith in certain players in the spine of our team and they're not up to the task. We can accept the injury situation and make excuses, but that was unacceptable.
Well, I can't believe I missed him when I was listening to all the folk that travel, considering him and Theo do it every single week, man.
Yep.
It's always a deal breaker that they go to Nando's at Perth or something after the games. Well, it wouldn't be Perth there, would it? That would be somewhere else.
No, it wouldn't be Perth. That'd be too far along.
They were stopping at the Perth one after Dundee, but they were going to Nando's.
There was a guy in Silverburn on Saturday next to us at Tim Hortons who had a Killie tattoo in his leg, and I thought, I wonder if you're having a wee stop off on your way up, mate.
Yeah.
But I never spoke to him.
Tim Hortons is good. Do you not recognise you for the pod?
No, that's why I never spoke to him. I goes, I'll take a selfie with you if you want, mate. He's like, who are you? I'm like, the guy for the pod? Nah, never mind. Right, Ali Niven gets in touch. Ali sent us a big email too. We'll keep it for that. Maybe we were hypothesis for the Patreon. Actually, we'll start with Ali's in-depth email. Right. Ask the question, if Celtic score a high number of goals this weekend, where would this defeat sit in the grand scheme of things due to injuries and experience in the back line? Poor run, bringing a lack of confidence to the team. So, kind of talked about that. What's an acceptable result on Sunday? What's the result that we go, right? And what's the result you go, no!
3-0.
3. Don't want more than 3. 3.
And that's, again, that is, even though that is ultimately the most defeatist thing I've ever said in my life, I'm trying not to be defeatist. But I'm like, I'm not going to be on here baying for blood if we could beat 3-0 at Parkhead on Sunday. Yeah,
fair enough. Lee McNaught gets in touch and says, can we just fast forward the season till after the Scotland games and start again?
That would be good, man.
Aye. I'd be up for that. I'm quite looking forward to these Scotland games.
I'm dreading the Scotland games. No,
yeah.
Well, because of the goalie situation.
Was the Angus Gunn?
Aye, and I didn't even really rate Angus Gunn that much beforehand, but he certainly turned the corner with that. But again, to go back, no, it's a Scotland podcast, but we really need to sort out the goalkeeper situation. It's obviously a nationwide problem.
Speaking of which, Michael Higgins says, should I bring my goalie gloves on Sunday?
Yes, he's got the height.
Aye, he's got the stature. He's got the respect to the defence, I know. Aye, so Higgy, why no? Give Higgy a go.
Aye.
Get the gloves, mate.
Needs to wait beyond half time button.
Aye. The Killie Adventures, gutted that we couldn't get a result against Falkirk for the birthday girl. Never mind, 9 out of 10 for the pies. That was the highlight for me. Is this what it's coming to? Still time to turn things around, but it needs to be acted on fast. Laura Fraser got in touch to say, was Saturday the final straw for most of us in regard to the manager being totally outplayed by Falkirk is embarrassing. Potentially bottom of the league, this international break isn't good enough. I'm struggling to see where our next points are coming from.
You can answer it.
Wasn't the final straw for me, no. Don't you like the last 3 straws?
It's more so when you saw everything catchphrase on here. It's like contextual, but where are the points coming? The points need to come from Motherwell and Dundee United.
They do,
and if they don't, then
someone's got to give.
Yeah,
I would agree. Scott gets in touch. It's the first half up at Falkirk, one of our worst ever capitulations. It was basically one-way traffic for 45 minutes. Taking 2 points from Dundee and Livy at home and away to Falkirk is nowhere near good enough if you want to avoid the bottom 2.
100%, man.
Spot on, my friend. Greg Halpert, did the last international break us? Riding high in at third in the start of October. I don't see us picking up another point on Sunday, so that's 0 between the October and November breaks. That was unthinkable 4 weeks ago. Confidence boost is needed.
Aye, and that's putting that into context.
Mate, I was on with Graham Spears. He's like, Kilmarnock are third in the league.
But as I said,
that was Paul Gray's fault. Paul Gray.
7 games, man.
I know.
7 games. Get what I mean?
7 games.
Now we're always dating stages. First one of fixtures, Christmas. See where we're at. First one of fixtures isn't looking very good.
No. Kyle Anderson. Hi, Kyle. Kettlewell went 15 games without a win at Motherwell as manager, but Well fans said it was because he was too stubborn to change the shape. Do you think ours needs changed? And due to seeing Hart's song about Braga all over the internet, what's your favourite song we've had for a Killie player?
I think maybe we're quite weak in player songs.
Aye. I like Jordan Jones. I liked that one when it was going about
Spandau Ballet. Aye. The Malumbu one was alright.
Oh, the Malumbu one was good. That got the folk going.
Try to think. Even though not a manager, but I just liked Mixu.
Aye, that was good too. Aye.
But I think that we need to get better. That we just tend to steal our folk songs.
Aye, we need to come up with some. I mean, the D's one.
But they're not even singing that, man.
Nah.
And it's miles better than the one that they're singing.
Aye.
It's like
it's us. Stop saying they.
I know, but our one's better. When it comes down to songs for players, then it is us versus them.
Right. Chrissy Kamek gets in touch with this question: why are we persisting with Dackers? Having him there creates this horrible outball that's not working. And what's going on with our defence and space? And you could drive the Titanic, sail the Titanic, Chris. Can you drive the Titanic? You could drive the Titanic.
Depends what conspiracy you believe.
Well, aye. And do you think we really landed on the moon? Oh, no, I'm only kidding. He says,
actually, we did. I think we did land them in that.
You could drive the Titanic through it, and after we lose to Celtic, where does that leave our season? That's kind of what we've touched on earlier, mate. And right, what about Dackers?
I actually feel for him, man. I don't think that he can do an awful lot to curb this, man.
No.
Like, he's not been asked to have boys shelled at him. As you said, doesn't pick himself either. I think that there's value in him. Honestly, I believe that. But I can understand why folk are frustrated. But he just seems like such an easy target, you know. Big lanky guy up top that's not really scoring goals. It's recipe for the Boo Boys. But again, I can 100% see why folk are frustrated. But I think that there's value in him.
Okay.
We just need to sort out a partner.
Everything else about it. Right, Darren McIntyre. The only positives on Saturday for me were Tyrese John Jules looked very impressive and miles better than what we have, and Tiffany looked good. Nothing to write home about, but for that.
Well said, mate.
Correct, mate. The boys bust. My identity will be revealed in due time.
I'm looking forward to it.
I wonder who it is. You get any thoughts?
I don't know. I was good with my last burner account guess.
Aye, that's right.
But that 10 months to come to the fore.
We'll leave that with you.
Aye.
Get it to right.
I really want to meet him.
Aye.
Or she.
Matt Robertson gets in touch. Obvious lack of leadership from the manager versus Falkirk and how the team was set up, and then no leaders on the pitch, including captain and vice captains who started were posted missing when the going got tough. One team were well drilled, playing in patterns, the other looked a shambles.
And the thing is, I just thought that, and again, to be fair, that's a Falkirk team, even though I used this as a criticism of them and why we should be beating them. I'm like, still a lot of the players that get promoted for League One, but the fact of the matter is that it's a team that's at least 3 years in the making.
Aye, they know each other and all that. Aye,
but they were good. Well, weren't good for me to watch, but you can see why the neutrals would enjoy watching Falkirk. And again, it's no in the difference with them, man. key word, purpose, man. It's no pass for pass sake.
Purpose.
Like, it's like direct when they need to be. That's where one of the goals came from. Was direct. It wasn't a case of pass for I just thought they looked good.
Aye,
they did look good.
Decent.
Ball players in the middle of the park that want the ball and want to play forward.
And fit, mate.
And they were quick.
Fit and quick. Slight aside, what we thinking now? Lions and D's as your captain and vice captain. Aside for the wee video, which Melanie absolutely loves.
Aye, that was good. Aye.
She said the wee video was funny, but what are you thinking?
Well, I was very much in the boat that Davy Watson should have got the captaincy.
Aye.
I just think it is a statement in that, and I know, it doesn't matter who the captain is, but I think it does, to be honest. I think that you look to them to obviously bail you out, and I just don't really. I didn't see it that much with Lions, but you get armband quite a lot when Vassell wasn't playing last year and that on it as well. So I can see it, but I just I thought David Watson should have got it for the statement he makes, and he completely leads by example. And as much as Watson can nobody get, Tiffany's the only one that played both halves that gets anywhere near a bit of credit. But for other players that started, Watson didn't have a good game. I'm not trying to say that he did, but he was at least trying to make things happen, man. Whether it's coming off or no, but there's other ones that are just hiding, getting in their shell. David Watson, wasn't he?
Christy Sykes gets in touch. I think as Killie fans, we know we ain't going to win every week. I genuinely think all we ask for is to see them playing for the badge. Given your own recent games, we haven't had that, hence the anger and frustration.
It's absolutely spot on.
Gordon Bell, the issue for Kettlewell was that no one wanted them, and as soon as we hit any sort of bad run, this was always going to happen. We've said that, mate. Right. First half of Falkirk was as bad as anything we've had served up under Dyer, Locke and McCulloch. Alexander Marche says, after the depressing results on Wednesday night, Saturday I went to see Talbot and saw a great game of football. Boys running for 90 minutes, exciting cross into the box, end-to-end game and last minute penalty, basically the opposite of Rugby Park. Why can't we get the basics right anymore? The guy next to me against Aberdeen summed it up and said, why are you obsessed with passing the ball back? No ideas and no creativity. I think it's a grim season ahead.
I honestly think it comes down to the system, man.
I
just think that it totally breeds. Like, and again, folk will say, "Oh, the football was good at the beginning," but I just don't like it, man.
No,
they're just getting no width. The players are everywhere. I don't think they know their roles properly, and I just think it's overcomplicating a really, really simple game.
I think the football was slightly better when we were doing that thing with the 210s. You could see a wee bit more about it, but I don't think the football's been particularly good at all if we went to 3-5-2. I think the results were acceptable at one point, but I don't think the football, and I think the stats would back that up. 39% possession. I said that earlier on. That's me. I learnt a stat, mate, so we'll keep using it. Gavin Hilson gets in touch. All our recent form has done has shown us the value of a confident, capable goalkeeper and what that brings to the team. I genuinely think that's the root cause of the issues. Players' confidence is being affected by what's behind them, and until we sort it out, we're in dire straits.
Aye, that's a great point. Aye,
truth, mate, truth. Nothing you can do about Stryek coming out the team, and obviously his health and fitness is by far and away the most important thing. But the beach one's a worry, because you bring in that guy to be back up, trust the manager, trust the goalkeeping coaches, bring him in to be back up, and then give him 2 games and drop him. Means he's no good enough to be back up. So it's like, where does that leave you? You know what I mean? Who gets the blame for that?
Well, it's the manager's recruitment.
R says, alright lads, home and away every game, but massively struggling this week for motivation to spend £38 for a lovely view where a space hopper riding Martin O'Neill team and the returning Maeda with another slick haircut is ready to ride us.
You're ridiculous.
Convince me the Ket train can get going. Probably not being the best lesson for you there, R. But listen, you'll go anyway, because this is what we do. As I say to you, me and Mel are only going to go. Me and Mel have got a wee day out on Sunday up in Glasgow, which we're excited about. But she loved it at Parkhead up in the cup game, so I would have probably went. And I don't know why. Why did we do this?
You're right though. It is a 4 o'clock kick-off.
Oh, is it? I definitely can't go there.
Which is minging.
So why are you going?
Well, more so the fact. Well, I've actually got a couple of reasons now that I've came to fruition. News that you're not even aware of yet, which I'll break on now. But I've got a date for my operation, so this will maybe be the last game I'll get to for Ken. Well, the international break, then So I'll probably miss the Motherwell and Dundee United games.
Oh, will you?
So, aye.
Oh.
So, well, depending how it goes, man.
How it goes. Well, spare wheelchairs up the road for you, mate. Faith's wee wheelchair, we can get you there.
I'll need you to come pick me up, man, and then I can use the wheels, man.
There you go.
But aye, so that, but the main thing as well is you're like, can you feel obliged, man?
I know.
Like, I'm like, well, if we don't go, then who is going? And I know who's going. I've named them all so far.
Almost every single person is going.
And they will be there. But you're just like that. But and again, there's always that party. Despite what I've said, you're like, what if we do get something and you're not there, man? It's almost that's a motivation.
It's
man.
Almost that unlikely that it makes you think maybe it will happen.
Aye, exactly. Aye, because how many times you've been flying and thought, all right, we'll go up, we'll turn them over, and Celtic absolutely smash you. But I suppose you never know. But that's the motivation to go, man. And as always, I would never judge MD that doesn't want to go. But as we've said, spares the excuses about the big bad songs and the treatment is safe to go. Do whatever if you can afford to be there and you want to go.
Spot on, mate. Stalacinio, Scott Allison gets in touch. Can I ask that you apologise to your viewers and listeners for writing the song Dees is good? This is fake news. Dees is a finger pointing, blame dodging charlatan who should be playing junior football.
Jesus Christ.
That doesn't have the same ring to it, but at least it's factual.
Tell us what you really think, Scott.
Dees, me high. I may not agree with your opinion, but I will defend to the death your right to say it.
As he's right to say it, aye. And I get
Dees is having a hard time.
He is having a hard time. He absolutely is. Again, he's somebody that I like though. I do think that, but there's no doubt the last few weeks has been
no keen on the beard thing.
Been chaos. He looks bizarre.
He shouldn't have shaved the beard.
I know, man.
He shouldn't. But
handsome man as well.
He's maybe trying something.
Yes.
Can people do that?
But I think as well, and especially Saturday's absolute shambles. Like nobody knew where they were. See that? Well, you've not watched Sports Scene, but they highlighted the goal that Falkirk went direct for, in the space between Stanger and Dees. It's like, and again, I know Kimmett referenced that, but I've never seen anything like that. But again, probably because of that, you used to playing three at the back. They expect somebody to probably be in the middle of that, right? Mate, but again, I can. Every player deserves criticism, but I don't want to hammer folk personally, man.
Alright, Scott M gets in touch and says, if you lose the next 3 games, should the board sack Stuart Kettlewell? If you lose
the next 3 games, without a doubt, aye.
Yes. Captain Conker, the gorgeous squirrel. When the hibernating? Squirrel's hibernating? No.
Don't know.
Still see the squirrels.
His ears will be selling, man, with the fireworks.
Aye. Vermin, the squirrel, weren't they?
Allegedly,
the grey squirrels. But Captain Conker's a red squirrel.
Remember Kenny Shields talking about that for the League Cup final?
Aye. Kenny,
that's what won us a cup, man.
Kenny.
Rambling on about red and grey squirrels. And
got to spend a wee bit of time with Killie on, and I'll never forget it. It was special, man. Right, Conks asks, bonfire night's approaching. Who's the best rocket of a shot you've ever seen?
Good question, man. I'm hoping you'll maybe come up with something a bit more outside the box, but I don't know, Boyd was good, wasn't he? Boyd, even free kicks and that, he just definitely had.
Could leather it.
Aye, could leather it. And proper laces through.
Aye.
Sammy Clingan and that good as well, man.
Aye. So I've got 2 that come to mind, one for Killie and one outside of Killie, but Killie would be Tam Black.
Aye, that's the definition on it. Like, drilled, free kicks,
black
penalties,
bits, heavy metals, but the hardest I've ever seen MD hit a foot butt, still George Alberts.
Aye, George Alberts, aye.
Absolutely venomous.
Aye.
Had it like he hated it. It was, tremendous. Both left footed as well. Bonfire night tomorrow, you doing anything?
Nah, I don't celebrate it.
No.
No. Hence why
I'm going to see Mike Joyce.
Aye.
Where? The Glee Club.
Where's that?
Glasgow.
Nice.
Aye. He's doing a talk on his new book, so.
Enjoy.
Aye.
So you going with yourself?
No, I mean Stevie are gone. So that'll be me. I need to get something signed in. I'll have something signed with Morrissey, something signed with Johnny Marr, something signed with Mike Joyce. Obviously Andy Rourke's so no longer here.
You not got to swallow it?
What?
Whatever you get signed from.
That's a different story. That was when I met Johnny Marr outside the Barrowlands and I got that excited that he signed my ticket and I ate it. Anyway, it was 2008, things were different. Right, and Captain Cockart says, after we beat Celtic on Sunday, will this start the winning streak?
Yes, mate, let's hope so.
Aye.
No, I definitely will.
Aye. And Galak, with the last one, says, Project Dackers must stop unless there's wingers played to put crosses in the box for him. He wouldn't look dangerous if he was running about the park with a gun. Jeez. All part are relating to trains, kettles boiling, kettlebells, all that needs to be stopped as well. been a tough week for everybody, but we've got to stick together, folks.
We do, man. Aye. We absolutely do.
Right, get me Alan's gripe up, man.
Aye, I'll chuck it across.
Hopefully this is a bit of light relief, and then we'll do All Roads Lead to Killie, which has been kindly sponsored tonight.
Of course it is. There was already a message from the Killie Adventures there. So it was Lindsay's 40th birthday.
Oh, is it? Happy birthday, Lindsay. I'll not be far behind yet. I'm 40 in March.
Of course, yeah. And then
what
will happen in a few weeks?
Both in our 30s. Can't wait to see it, man.
Indeed, man.
Right.
Alan's gripe of the week.
Alan's gripe of the week. Well, where do I start?
Don't read the personal DMs between us.
What? How much money do you own? Send him that money. Right. Right, here we go. Well, where do I start? I hate it when these bloody Christmas adverts start on the telly in late September. You even have a channel showing Christmas films in September. Then we have the trees. We see them going up in September or even up all year. Get a grip, man. I start Christmas on the 1st of December. Then there is the crazy shopper stocking up. It's only one day, for God's sake. The shopper's stocking up. It's only one day, for God's sake. The shops are open the next day. I would send them all out to Lapland to thaw out. Then we have these sales at the shops. You can't get to the men's for all these women fighting over a pair of underpants. I worked for a while in a supermarket, and you had the Easter eggs coming out of the warehouse in November. I hate this time of year. People go mad. I could go on and on, but I better stop.
Aye.
The Grinch.
Scrooge, Grinch, whatever.
The Grinch Aggie.
He's evidently a big Advent man, given the fact that he starts on the
1st of December.
1st is too early for me as well, man.
So I heard my first Christmas song in a shop on Saturday.
Was it the Katie Clarkson one?
It was
Kelly Clarkson.
I actually quite like that one.
Aye, I know, but that's
it wasn't that one.
It
was Leona Lewis.
What one's that?
It's Christmas. No. Aye.
Nah,
there's one more sleep or something like that. Anyway, it was that one.
Oh, I actually did.
Aye, it's quite a good one. So I heard that in Silverburn, and I thought, here we go.
What's your favourite Christmas song?
My favourite Christmas songs
are... getting questions.
I'll just do one. I'll do Jonah Lewis, Stop the Calvary.
Aye.
I love that one, man. Reminds me of happy times.
Yeah.
Up in Long Park in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Glorious. What's yours?
Well,
yours will be a hymn.
Aye, well, Carol, aye. In the Bleak Midwinter.
That was one of the poddy names, wasn't it?
It was. Or Oh Holy Night, man.
Cracker.
Aye. Genuinely gets to you, man.
Aye, that's you. Where it hurts, that's what they're supposed to do. Right, Alan, we're going to cheer you up. We're going to get you into the Christmas spirit, man. So this is just the start of it. Christmas is great. You've just got to get into it. I'm getting into it this year, I've decided. Throwing myself into it.
Oh, no, you said that 2 years ago.
Aye, I've been a Scrooge for years. I don't want to be like that.
I love Christmas, man.
Aye, come on, well, let's get on board, man.
But aye, it's still too early.
It's the time of cheer it is. It's too early for me. Right, so we're doing All Roads Lead to Killie, and this is for the food banks. We're trying to raise a wee bit of money. We're trying to raise a wee bit of awareness for the amazing work that Robert and the team do. Every home game you can donate what you can if possible, and we've got a wee sponsor this week, the Killie Adventures.
Indeed.
It was Lindsay's birthday, 40. Wow. Right, and this is the wee bit they sent. The Killie Adventures is a small TikTok channel set up with disability in mind, but in a positive way. We mainly talk about Killie and have live chat about the games. We do our TikTok live quiz nights, which is a bit of fun to help those that are maybe not able to get out of the house due to a mental or physical disability. It's a good laugh, and the amount of friendships made within is amazing. I actually joined in one. It's the only TikTok live I've ever been on in my life.
Ah, good. How did you get on with the quiz?
I never done the quiz. I just said
I feel bad for them because it's brilliant content they're doing, but I just can't bring myself to
go on TikTok.
But it is there. TikTok for us though.
The Killie Adventures, so check them out if you want to do that. Two of the most lovely people you'd ever meet, huge Killie fans, and obviously speaking about disability in any way is a thing close to my own heart personally. Got a few friends who would class themselves as disabled. My daughter as well has a disability, so it's something that's really important. So give them a wee follow, and thanks so much for them for sponsoring the
50 quid donation to the food bank, man, which is very, very generous and
sensational,
very much appreciated. And hopefully next week we can get into a story about the potential guest we've got next week who done a really, really, really good thing for them.
Aye, there we go.
Well, and John and Lindsay will tell you that themselves, maybe in their own TikTok channel. It's their story to tell, but it's brilliant.
Excellent. Right, All Roads Lead to Killie, mate. You're doing it this week.
Indeed.
Tell me the path and I'll tell you the player, and then we'll get out of here.
Right, player number 1, Rangers, but 0 appearances, so I'll just caveat that. East Stirlingshire on loan, East Fife, Falkirk, Celtic, Stoke and St Mirren on loan, Kilmarnock.
Oh.
Both Old Firm there, big clue.
Both.
And it's almost topical considering one of the main points of discussion tonight. Of position.
Well, must be a goalkeeper then.
Yeah. So Rangers, but never played, but mostly known for obviously East Fife, Falkirk, Celtic, and Killie, and played a hell of a lot of games for Kilmarnock.
East Fife, Falkirk, Celtic.
Stoke and St Mirren on loan, Kilmarnock.
I want to say Gordon Marshall.
That is Gordon Marshall.
Correct, Rangers, I would never have known that, man.
Do you know Ken that?
I
always remember that. But again, maybe that's one that's just caught you off guard, because probably if it was vice versa.
My favourite, probably just about my favourite Killie goalie of all time.
Well, we had that. Again, another plug for the Patreon.
Number 2 in the rankings, wasn't he?
No, we didn't. All goalies that played for us this century.
We ranked all the goalies that played for us this century, so we need to do it again.
No spoilers, but Doyle was number 1. But
another 10 needed to be added to the rest by the end of the season.
That's true. So player number 2, Birmingham, Chester, Notts, Forest, Millwall, Coventry on loan, Blackpool, Bradford, Hearts. Come on,
it's Doyle in it. It's Doyle. So there's 3 goalkeepers we're getting.
Aye.
So Colin Doyle.
And then here we go. And then this is the one that's most related to the subject of conversation. Ross County, Hearts, East Fife, Airdrie, East Fife on loan, St Mirren, Kilmarnock on loan.
Danny Rogers?
No. 1 game for Killie.
Oh.
This was, I think he was an emergency loan. And he played a lot of football for Inverness up until recently.
Rogers?
Yes, correct, well done.
Mark Rogers.
3 quid added, £6 with Sandy's, 50 quid.
56 quid. Tremendous, man.
Tremendous indeed.
Excellent. Right, okay, mate, we'll wrap up there. Let's leave it on a positive note, man. What's your favourite thing about being a Killie fan?
Doing this.
Doing this?
Nah, well, beyond that, as what I've said before, it's culture, community and that, where you come from. Something that we should be really proud of, and I really respect all them that always stick up for the club and put the club first.
Yes.
Whether folk like that or no, and that's something I'll defend to the hilt. So it's all about us, it's about the fans, man.
Well, that's what I'm agreeing, mate, and we can't afford it. That's the worst thing you can do. Everybody's got their opinion, and as long as it's within the realms of being sensible enough, then let's no chew each other out. We all want the best for Killie, and the best thing that could ever happen to us is we win the next 5 games. Kettlewell ends up getting the Man United job. We're all delighted. Let's hope that happens, right? So let's stick together, support the team, and like we say, we don't even need a win or a result on Sunday. We need a performance. Show our teeth a bit, man, and get behind us and give us something to cheer about. And then, because there's 2 huge games coming up one way or another.
Enormous. Right, okay, enjoy Parkhead, mate. And I'll know about any of the team. And you'll know about any of them. We'll maybe try the United game also. Aye, see what kind of condition you're in. Alright, okay, everybody, thanks so much as always for listening, for supporting us, for watching, for sharing it, for liking it. All that stuff means a lot to us, so thank you so much. And enjoy Parkhead if you go, and we'll be back on Monday to talk all about it. Indeed, and we look forward for there. Right, see you later, everybody.